EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Get over the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line. Come on, hit!
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. The return is Ward.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. Down inside the 10.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Isaiah Likely,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
On first down, Grubbs. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
Touchdown!
Najee Harris.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
They go play action now. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the Rams had 3 and 9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Rondale Moore, 30 yards. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drop.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Grubbs going right back to Finn. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Grubbs. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. What a great play there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge
loss on the sack. Makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Grubbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Rondale Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams are able to add on to their first half lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. They'll get this off to ETN. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a round run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Drake Jackson. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
At their own 3-yard line.
18, right here. Buffalo 18. Go.
Throwing after the interception. Grubbs. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. They'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Grubbs. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Grubbs. He's got his tight end Fant. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the slant, it's Fant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Mustang 19. Bronco 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cowboy 80.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
18 Rattlers, 70 Rangers.
On third down, Grubbs. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First down, Seattle.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Grubbs. His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Seven Pirates.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Come on. Cut 19. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the Seahawks first down.
Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw again. He'll let it fly for Austin. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Calvin Austin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Rams 42. Seahawks 22.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder...
And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Grubbs. Pass incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good run, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Grubbs.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching
touchdown, Jameson Williams from 19 yards away. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw on second down, Grubbs.
That swung out wide to Harris.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day because this could...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Grubbs. This is the tight end Fant. Finding room at midfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A gain of 34 yards.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
22.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Grubbs. And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams will have the football as this is taken out past the 30. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Again, it's Harris. And good work there defensively. He's able to keep him out of the end zone. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Harris. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Cup 19, 79 Broncos.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it up.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball. But they don't.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And now here's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Grubbs fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks first down.
Back to throw. Grubbs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play. but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and goal, Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Grubbs. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It's brought in by Harris. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Operating from the gun, Grubbs. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Grubbs toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer is with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now